What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lucky. I'm back. I'm back with another one. Oh man, hold on. My screen is a little dirty. Back with another one, fellas. Listen to me and listen to me very well. First of all, I don't have my microphone. My bad. So hopefully the audio is coming through and it sounds all right. Let me get to it, man. A lot of the complaints that you guys have about women or about the woman that you're with, right? The woman that you're married to, the woman that you're in a long-term relationship with, or whatever the case may be. And you guys have complaints, well, she this or she that, or she doesn't this or she isn't that, or whatever it is, right? You have to understand, guys, that at the end of the day, you made a choice. You made a decision to be with this woman, okay? Now, you accepted her with all of her flaws, all of her, red flags, all of her ups, downs, baggage, whatever it is, right? You accepted her like that. So, whatever problems, whatever issues that you had going into the relationship, if you accepted it, that's on you. So, what are you complaining about? Now, I get it. Some of you guys, you go into a relationship and you're like, well, yeah, I see this and I see that, but I think I can work through that or I can work around that, or it's really not that big of a deal. And so you just accept it because you're compromising. You're going to accept this over here because you're getting that over there, right? All right, cool. Everybody does it, right? A lot of people do it. I'm not going to say everybody. A lot of people do it, right? You got to, choose your battle. So over here, I'm not going to really focus on that over there. That's just what it is over here. But I'm getting this out of the deal over here. So, it's worth me putting up with this over here because I'm good over here, right? You got in your mind, it balances out, right? Okay, cool. Now, what happens when it no longer balances out? It's no longer worth putting up with what's over here, right? Because you're getting what's over here because there's no more balance. Maybe over here, what you were getting, the very thing that you said, well, I'll look the other way with in regards to, I don't know, whatever it is, her attitude, her whatever it might be, right? I'll look the other way because I'm plentiful over here. What happens when the plentifulness is gone? What happens when the very thing that you're making that sacrifice for is no longer there? Guess what? Now there's no point, there's no reason for you to be there because there's no balance now. It's like either the thing that you were putting up with, right? Let's just say her attitude has gotten worse, her demeanor has gotten worse, whatever it is, it's getting worse. It's no longer worth putting up with it because it's as they say, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. It's not worth it anymore. Either she got worse over here with whatever it is that you were putting up with, or whatever it is that you were getting that made you say, well, I'm just going to look the other way when it comes to this, the attitude or whatever, the red flag, right? The green flag is no longer green flagging. Y'all are stuck in relationships where it's like, man, if I would have known, how many of y'all guys were actually, had you fast forwarded 5 years, 10 years, or whatever, if you had fast forwarded to now where you are in a relationship and you could see where you are now in the relationship, how many of y'all, had you known that then, would have gotten into the relationship? Honestly, how many of y'all, if you knew what it was going to be like, if you could fast forward to now, you would have still gotten into the relationship? Most of y'all would not have. And usually it's because of the red flag that you overlooked because you saw, something that was a green flag over here. They don't balance out. It don't balance out. Either the red flag got redder, bigger, huger, it's a huge flag now, or the green flag has shrunk down to just like a little, it's not even a flag. It's just a little, I don't even know. I don't even know what it's not even a flag. It's just a little piece of something. Y'all get what I'm saying? Now, fine. Here we are now. Forget about you got into the relationship, you made a decision and got into the relationship because, you was getting more of that green flag and you was overlooking the red flag and it didn't matter and but now, here we are now to where the juice is no longer worth the squeeze. You're at the point now where you're complaining, you're bitching and moaning, this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, you're not happy, you're not satisfied, she's not cooperating, whatever the case may be, yet you're still there. Why? Why? Why are you still there? Listen, some guys get in relationships, man, and they stay in relationships because they feel as though they have a duty to be in that relationship, right? A lot of men just feel like, I have a duty, especially if you're married. A lot of married guys are like, yo, I have a duty to this, and this, and blah, 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 right? Some of you guys will have conversation after conversation after conversation about, hey, look, this right here is not panning out. You need to do this, or this needs to happen, or whatever. And you're being honest and upfront. Listen, I'm not satisfied with the condition of the relationship because blah, 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 right? But a lot of you guys don't want to be the bad guy. You don't want to be the bad guy. You don't want to be perceived as the bad guy from other people. So you'll sit around and be the unhappy guy. You'll sit around and be the grumpy guy. You'll sit around and be the lonely guy, right? And when I say lonely, I'm saying it in a way where you're in a whole relationship, but really you're in that relationship by yourself, right? I'm not saying the dude who, you know what I'm saying, you like being alone and that's when you get your work done. You like to just go into your, I don't know, you got a little man cave you go in and that's where you study, that's where you vibe, that's where you do your work. Or you the type of guy you like to just go to the gym, be by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You might be a lone wolf. I'm talking about the guy who's in a relationship, but when it comes to your partner, when it comes to your lady, you feel lonely because y'all don't even have that connection. You get what I'm trying to say? That's the lonely that I'm talking about. It's nothing wrong with being alone, but feeling as though you're lonely because you do not have a connection with the very person that you're with. Yet you're sacrificing and you're doing all of these things, but at the end of the day, you're lonely because there's no connection, because the red flag is so big and the green flag that it's just you're not getting what. Why are you still there? Why are you still there? Again, I know some guys are just, they got a duty to, but all right, for the guys that are like, yo, listen, I made a commitment, right? You're married. I made a commitment. I have a duty to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and I'm gonna see it through. I get it. I'm gonna be honest with you. For those type of guys, I get it. You got a duty. You made some decisions. You're gonna see it through. Some men are just built like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, I will say this: at some point during this duty, you gotta start focusing on you and doing the things that are going to make you feel fulfilled in life. You cannot continue on with this duty when mentally you're just going downhill. You got to start to focus on you, find your purpose, still do what you feel as though you have the duty to do, right? Still do that, but now you have to find something that gives you purpose. At some point in time, maybe the relationship really was your purpose, right? Your duty was your purpose. That woman was your purpose. That relationship was your purpose. At some point, now that you see that it's not rocking, it's not going the way that you want it to be, you're not being fulfilled, right? The struggle that you're going through, you're not getting anything out of it, because a lot of times, the struggle will be worth it as long as, you know what I'm saying, what you're getting out of it, like you're fulfilled. But now you're struggling and you're not fulfilled because you have this duty. At some point, you just got to say, all right, yo, you know what? I'm going to fulfill. I'm going to stick by my duty. But now I got to put me first. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I respect the man that stays and handles his business and does what he said he's going to do. But then, hey, listen, you're not first anymore. I got to take care of me, right? And then in the process of me taking care of me, I'm still going to take care of you, but I come first, period. That's what you got to do, guys. You cannot go through life unfulfilled, right? I get it, man. Happiness it's an internal thing, and a lot of times you guys are looking at women and looking at your relationships in order to bring you that happiness, but it's not going to happen. Happiness comes from within. You have to be fulfilled in life. You have to feel like the things that you're doing, the sacrifices that you're making, the struggle that you're going through is worth something. It's worth something. You know what I mean? Listen, guys, man, a lot of y'all guys are doing things out of duty, and I get it, but you got to start putting yourself first. Y'all got to start putting yourself first. I'm telling you, man. Because see, here's the thing. A lot of you guys are getting into situations where you put her first, you put her feelings first, you overlook the red flags, you continue to overlook the red flags, you're not getting anything out of it. The relationship goes downhill. She says, I'm not happy, and then she doesn't want to be in a relationship. And you're like, yo, you kidding me? I haven't been happy for years, but I stayed here out of duty. A lot of women are not going to stay out of duty. They're not. They're not. Women, in my opinion, aren't really built for that, what they call long suffering, right? Like that delayed gratification. And I believe that the reason why women are not built like that is because the value that women have, or one of the values that women have, or that men see in women, is their youth and their beauty. So as women get older, you understand what I'm saying? It's like they begin to lose that. Now, see, here's the thing. Us as men, as long as we're doing the right thing, right? The things that we're looked at in regards to our value typically work in our favor as we get older. We don't necessarily have that same standard as far as looks are concerned that women have. And that's because as men, we're looked at to bring other things. We're looked at as having to bring other resources. And so because we bring those other resources, right, our looks isn't really the thing. You understand what I'm saying? Looks aren't really the thing. We don't age as bad as women, in my opinion. Just in my opinion. But again, maybe because the standard of you know what I'm saying, a man looking good might be different than the standard for a woman looking good. But listen, guys, as you get older, as long as you continue to do the right thing, your value should, if you're doing the right thing, I'm not going to say just automatically increase. Your value is going to increase as long as you're doing the right thing as a man. So now what's going to happen is you're going to be sitting in a situation where your value is increasing, yet you're staying in a situation that, why are you still there? For all y'all guys that don't have a duty, why are you still there? Oh, now y'all going to use that as I got a duty to be here. Nah, some of y'all are emotionally attached to that woman and y'all cannot get up and go. Or a lot of you guys don't have the resources that you should have. A lot of y'all guys stay in situations simply because you don't have any other resource. You're looking at yourself. You haven't been taking care of yourself. You gained 30, 40, 50 pounds, 60 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Financially, you're not where you're supposed to be. You're not out there getting to the bag. You ain't got no motion. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say, man. You ain't got no motion. You're a nobody. Nobody knows you. Outside of your friends and family and maybe your neighbors, nobody know you. You don't have any status. You know what I'm saying? You can't really provide a lifestyle. You're just a regular guy. You go to work and you come home. And I'm not even saying that there's anything wrong with that, but I do believe that a lot of you guys stay in the situations that you stay in because you don't even look at yourself as a value to a newer woman. So you're just going to stay with the one that you're with. Like, I ain't really getting it like that out there. I'm looking at these guys out here. They look like they got a lot going on for themselves. I ain't got nothing going on for myself, so I'm going to stay where I'm at. Man, come on, fellas. We got to do better than that, man. Why are you staying in that situation? I get it, man. You went into the situation thinking it was going to be one thing, but now that you're in it and you see it's something else, why are you in it? Especially if you're not married. Especially if you're a man that don't think that you just have a if you're not married, even if you are married, Fellas, listen, man. You got to really have a good conversation with yourself and figure out why is it that you're still in that situation that no longer serves you, man. For real. And then you got to put yourself in a position. Listen, this is the first thing that you do. Start working out. Start working out. Get yourself in a position to where you're desired by women. You're probably like looking around at your situation and you're staying in your situation because nobody else really got eyes for you. Get in the gym, start working out, man. Start looking good. I'm telling you, you're going to get attention. Then you'll be like, wow, okay. Oh, all right. That's what it's like out here. You know what I'm saying? Get right mentally, man. Start reading books. That's going to make you better. Personal development. You understand what I'm saying? That should be a lifelong journey right there, developing yourself personally. Had you stayed on that path or been on that path when you were in that relationship, first of all, you probably would not have even gotten into that relationship knowing that there was a red flag. But once you got into the relationship and you realize, like, yo, this is not even going the way that I thought it was going to go. Like, I tried to give grace, you know what I mean? I tried to give a little leeway, but it's not working in my favor. Had you been personally developed and working on your personal development, it's not a situation that you would stay in. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? It's not a situation that you would stay in. Listen, fellas, get up out that situation. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to be the bad guy. No matter what you do, you the bad guy. All right? Guys, walk away. It's okay. Let it go. Why are you still there? Just ask yourself why you still there. Let me know, guys, why you still there. Usually, it's an emotional attachment to that woman. You've invested time, you've invested money, resources, some way, shape, or form, energy, all of that. And that's why you're still there. But is it worth it? Is it worth staying in a situation that you're not getting anything out of? Come on, fellas. You only get one life to live that I'm aware of. You only get one shot at this thing. All right, I'm going to let y'all go, man. I just wanted to give you some food for thought. I'll catch you on the next one, man. Y'all be good.